Right, check, check. We'll see how this goes. Alright. I think I got chat activated. Seems to work. We'll see. Good morning, everybody. Increase the volume a little bit. It's a bit too much. That's probably better. Let me know if not. Alright. I think we're gonna cut to the chase here. We're gonna make a screenshot system for the game. So I guess in order to do this, let us... We're gonna need to... Should put it in... Potentially... Utility. Probably utility, yeah. Then we'll make a script called Screenshot Manager. See, should be good. And what I want to do is that we're gonna take a screenshot in game, and we're gonna take a screenshot just as it is, nothing fancy with it, and we're gonna capture a pretty good resolution always. I think that's a little bit of the challenge in this, is that we need to get good resolution when doing it. So let me do this. So we're gonna do if I'm gonna use the old input system to start with. Get key down, right? Yeah. And then we'll do key code just P for now. I don't think we have anything mapped to P. Then let's do this should probably be in late update, because we want to capture this as the last thing. And then we're gonna do private void cap screenshot. It's good. And let's see, how do we want to do this? All right, so let's make a new texture that we're going to capture everything to. So let's do a texture 2D texture capture. All right, we can call this screenshot texture, and we're going to get this using new texture, and we're going to input the width and height. We could capture the let's do this. Actually, yeah. So we could capture just the actual window, but instead we can do private constant integer, then height 1080 and width 1920. Because they're constants, we should use snake case. All right, let's do width and height And the texture format should be 32 colors, right? 32 RGB. RGBA. There we go. Let's see, MIP chain, we don't care about. False. Should it be linear color space? I think so. We'll see. We'll see. All right. And now we need to read this screen. So that means we need to do texture, screenshot texture. We're gonna read the pixels, and we're just gonna do new rect 0, 0 with height. And the destination is 0, 0. We don't want to recalculate MIP maps. And then we're gonna apply it. We don't need to update MIP maps once again, and then we can just return this screenshot texture 2D. There we go, and then we can do screenshots. Just call it screenshot like that. Good, good, good. Question is, how do we want to do it now? What I don't remember is if we need to switch. If we need to switch it or not. So if we're right now we're just capturing specific texture, but we're also like, if we have higher or lower, I'm not sure if it's just gonna work. Because I guess the step we would need to do here is, in that case, we would need to render this to a render texture. Potentially. Maybe let's do this. Let's keep it let's keep it simpler for this initial part, since we're running low on time. So let's do, instead of doing a set width, let's just do the screen height. That's just shorter. This. Now we know we're capturing what we're expecting to capture, at least. And then once we've gotten the capture, we can just screenshot and see, encode it to PNG. Yeah, no one uses JPEG anymore. Okay. And this is the capture. This is the byte now. So this is just the bytes. And now we get to store it. So I wonder if we can just do application. Let's try that. So let's set the path to path should be application dot persistent data path, right? Exactly. And then we'll add slash go one step backwards, and then we'll do screenshots like this. Should be good. And now we get to check if the directory, I think it's like this, directory dot import it system IO. I think so. Exists, yeah. So if we pass in the path, if it doesn't exist, we do directory dot create wrong directory. Like that. Create, right? Yeah. So now we're gonna create it using the path. So if it didn't exist, we can create it at least. We know that the base folder is gonna exist. Let's see, now we created the directory. Now we want to actually store it, I would say. And how do we want to do that? We want to set a name here. And what I'm thinking is the easiest would be to just capture the date. So we could do that. Let's just do like this. Private string get date. And we can just return a string that format, put it as right. So we do date. I guess technically we want to include the path in the file name. We can do that later. We can just add it. That's fine. So let's just focus on the screenshot. In this case, maybe let's do, let's only input the screenshot here. So let's do, yeah, 0, and then 1, and 2, right? I don't want to do slashes, so maybe let's do dash, actually. That works. Should be fine. And then let's pass in. Hey, you know what? We can just do this. Never mind. Let's just do return system.date time and .now to string, and then we can format it as, is it year? Let's grab this one, but add so that we get the date, and then let's do maybe underscore to get the time. So this is year, month, day, and then let's get hours, minutes, and seconds. This is just how we format it so that it looks good. We can get all kinds of formats. Should be good enough. And now we just want to call it something. Here, we can call it string file name. Should just be, this isn't really file name. This is more like, let's call it file name. Let's keep it separate. So that's gonna make it easier. It's just the get datetime format at this point, like that. So now we're capturing the date, and we're gonna say that's the file name. And what's next? Once we have the file name, we want to tack on the path to this. That should be good enough, almost, right? Which means we can just do this now. Now we can just do, is it system.io? Yeah, and write all bytes. And the path is going to be the path plus file name. So path plus. Let's do this actually. So this is a shorthand way of accessing code inside a string. It's like a shorthand for formatting things. So we can do path path plus slash path slash file name. Like that. So now we're adding the path, and then we're adding the file name to it, which is good. Now we just get to include actual bytes. Like this. And we're done. Okay, we don't need system. We already have it. And that's it. I don't want to open anything or do anything fancy. We can make this a var and this one as well, keeping everything a bit concise, and that's it. That should be good. Let's see. Later we're gonna put this on the camera. Just because it's convenient. I don't think we need to. Since we're just reading the screen, like we're just reading the screen no matter what. So it's very simple. Yeah, no, let's stick to that actually. Now let's go to game. Just try it out in the main menu. And we'll see what happens. Worry about that. Let's put it here. Screenshot manager. We have a few old screenshots as well. Should be good. See what happens if we press P. Because I need to find it as well. I wonder where it's gonna get placed in a weird place. It's gonna get placed in my project folder. Hold on. See. All right, we're in. On. All right. Let's see what happens if we press P. Let's keep it like, let's go full HD. Press P. Something happened. Did we get a screenshot though? Let's see. Guess it would be easier if I was able to open the folder. So I guess the challenge now is figuring out where it is. Hold on. Which kind of checks out. Persistent data path, Unity editor. Maybe I shouldn't be using the persistent data path. For the editor, it's application. Oh yeah, that's true. It's gonna put it in the local stuff, which is not really where we want to put it. Yeah, you see, this is how it looks. So it does the store. We need to tack on the PNG format. I can see. But we can try opening this up with just some, what's it called? Gallery? You know what? Let's just do this. Let's make it easy. Let's just add on the PNG. See if it worked. Beautiful gray. I guess it didn't work. A little unfortunate. Means we're missing something. It might be the... So why did it turn gray? I know we need we need to add the PNG stuff at least. I mean, we can just make it super simple. Maybe we should opt with that. Why not, right? Keep it simple. There's no need to not keep it simple. Right. Because I think Unity has a screen capture as well. So let's do it that way, I think. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see how that works. Temporarily, let's keep this out of there. Let's do screen capture. Let's do that, and let's use the get date format. Actually, let's do this. Go. Let's capture the get date format, and then we'll just type up PNG. Let's just see what happens running that. There's some value adding the other stuff, but if this works, then it's easy enough. We can always supersize it as well. I have a clue how we might want to do that. Very simple. And now it's getting, it got put here, but I think if I did it correctly, now it should get put in the application data path instead of the persistent data path. See what happens if we press P. All right, there was a lag, which means it did take a screenshot for a frame. Let me check it out. Yeah, so now it could put here using the correct date, which is good. This seems to be the correct size. We have a little cat going on here. Okay. That did work. Let me see if we're getting actually the resolution we're expecting. Make another capture. Yeah. Okay. Good. I mean, cancel. Let's keep it simple then. Why not? So we can just do this. We have the daytime format and everything. There's no need to make it more complicated. We could supersize it. Actually, maybe we don't need this anymore. All right, so what we're gonna do is simple in this case, since we're not doing anything manually. What we can do is we can put the private just to get a scale. So our base is 1080, right? Oh, 1920. So what we can do is minimum height is 1080. What I'm thinking is that we can at least match this. Private float get scale factor. And we can just check if we'll get width factor. So we can get the screen dot width and divide it by the minimum width. We can get the height factor and do screen height divided by the height. Is that correct? So if this goes below, no, we'll switch it. We'll switch it because then we're getting the correct scale. This. And if width factor or height factor. If the width factor is less than 1, or the height factor is less than 1, then we'll return if width factor is less than height factor, is more than height factor. In that case, we're gonna return the width, and otherwise the height factor. So what we're doing now is we're just getting the scale, and otherwise return 1. We're gonna use that because there's a thing for capture which is the supersize. It's an integer though. Which is fine, we can just, let's see if this works or not. Let's get the scale factor. Let's do math. So we're going to use ceiling to integer. Just ceiling. Return the smallest integer greater to or equal to f. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if this might work. We'll see. We're going to get a scale at least. This is what I'm thinking. After that, we're going to finish this up. Press play. Let's remove the old ones. We know those work. And we'll do 1080. And see if we get 1080, and then we'll do one larger and see if we get larger than 1080. Like that first. SP. Yeah, need to select it. All right. P. That seems to be accurate. Check the data. Properties. Details. 1920, 1080. Yes, so that worked. Now let's do 4K. Seems to have worked as well. We're getting a larger one. Yes. That checks out. That's 4K. And now let's see what happens with the 19 like this. And we just scale it way down. Speed. Let me see if we actually got the... It seems very tiny, so I don't think the sampling worked, unfortunately. Properties. Nope. See, this is not accurate. Let's debug this and see. Check it out. P again, hit the breakpoint. So minimum height width is this, we get that. Scale is larger, it's about twice this. Oh yeah, I see. I need to make this into a float, so that's why. So the problem is that this isn't a float, which means we're dividing integers. And since we're dividing integers, we're getting just the cutoff value. Which means we're gonna get, like, these are gonna be scaled larger than 1. But it's not gonna give you the correct scale. And I'm gonna opt for always going larger rather than smaller, but we'll see. I'm kind of expecting to keep the same format, so should be good. Should be good. There's like a million ways to do this, but I guess for what I'm trying to get, it's fine. Just using the screenshot capture. We could do this manually later. For now, this is fine. Right? I have a cat in the way. Seems to be the same kind of size. There's still something off. Let's check out the breakpoints. Hello, cat. You're totally in the way. Covering half my screen. This is my day-to-day routine. Right. Out of this, P, step through, yeah, so we're getting better scales. Yeah, this is another issue, right? So the width factor, it's just gonna do that. I accidentally flipped it. It should be like this. If any of those are larger, and then if the width is larger than the height, then we use the width, otherwise we use the height. Alright, that's the fix. We're good. There we go. Should be good, should be good. Let's recompile. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to do this, and I'm just opting for the shortest path because it's good enough for what I'm trying to get. Just basically want some nice formatting. That's it. Keep it the same size, actually. I have a cat that's terrorizing our poor plant. There's nothing left out of it soon. Alright, the scale, this format size looks better. Seems good, seems good. We're getting a bit of an overkill size, but we're targeting the smallest one at least, which is good. So now we have 19, 20, 1080. This is the closest scale upwards because we can just super scale it. So if we maintain like this and take a screenshot, it's gonna be better, Okay, good. I think we're done. I see a problem. It works. The scaling, it works. But as we can see, it just scales it up, but it doesn't capture it at a higher resolution. So I guess this is the issue for us using the screen capture. All right, so I might need to consider this tomorrow probably. I'm gonna look into, maybe we might end up doing the whole writing it ourselves, actually. So for now, we're gonna just run with this short and concise, honestly. I think we're so short of time, so we'll end here. This was just a fun little test to see how the stream would run. How YouTube is running. This is the first time of me actually streaming on YouTube. I think it looks pretty good. I might need to adjust resolution and things like that. We'll see bitrate maybe. Not sure about the volume right now. We're gonna have a period where we're probably gonna be quite a few people in chat, if any, because it's a new platform and everything, but we'll take it as it goes. I've been on a hiatus for like 6 months as well. I think it's gonna take a while, but I'm happy about the change. I'm happy about the way things are going with the game. I'm gonna play through the game and show things like that later. My plan for the screen, like the YouTube channel in general, is kind of to do a bit of everything related to the game. So we are gonna be able to do these short streams where I just try to cover how I implement a specific feature, and then, or a system, and then I'm gonna probably try to produce some YouTube videos which contain like my thoughts on how things should be implemented, the progress of the game, how we ended up here, what the journey has been for the past 2 years or so, 2.5 years almost. I'm gonna go through all those things, talking to publishers, considering investment, how it is running a company where one of the members is in Sweden and one is in Canada. Just kind of covering everything, the day-to-day process, and we'll see how things end up going. Probably gonna, like, the channel is probably gonna swing a little bit in the beginning until I find what works and what doesn't. But yeah, it's a lot of fun at least. So on that note, I'm gonna end up here. See you tomorrow. Actually, you won't see me tomorrow. You're gonna see me on Thursday. And from Thursday, I'm gonna stream quite a long time. Then we'll just keep going. All right. Anyways, take it easy. It's been a blast. Have a good one. Bye-bye.